welcome back to Alim Online, and today we're making a cafe-style coffee at home video. So I decided to make this video now because I'm currently on quarantine here in the Philippines, and I know most of you are also experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing because times have been crazy and COVID-19 has all locked us up at home, and I know like a lot of us just want a sense of normalcy in our life, and one of those would be having coffee, specialty coffee made at home. So I know a lot of us are used to having coffee out like at Starbucks or at Coffee Bean or Tim Hortons whenever we go to the office or before going to school. So I made this little video for you guys so that you can enjoy that kind of coffee here at home. So there. So we've reached 1,000 subscribers. I think this was like 2 months ago, and it's insane because like I feel like a year ago I was really happy with 100 subscribers, and now we're up by, let me check exactly. So we're at 1,410 subscribers, and I can't believe it. Like, what? That's insane. And then I'm just really thankful from all of you guys because I wouldn't be making all these videos if it weren't for you, because of all the support that you guys have been giving me. So I really appreciate like your comments, your love, your likes, everything. So if you want more ideas, like if you have any ideas in mind on future videos that you want to make for me, you want me to make, I mean, you can comment them down below. And then yeah, one reminder before we get on to the video, you guys should stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask whenever you go out if you have to go out, try as much as you can to stay home, and then lastly, keep your social distance. Keep doing that so we can flatten the curve. I don't know why I keep moving my hands, but okay, let's go into the video.
A good cup of coffee begins with the beans. So here are some of my favorite brands at the moment. We have Man on the Moon, Dunkin Donuts Hazelnut Blend, Toby's Estate's Wooloomooloo, and Copper Moon's Hawaiian Hazelnut. I'll add details on where you can buy them in the description box below. For this tutorial, I'll be brewing a cup of coffee with Man on the Moon's beans. Before we get into the various recipes, I want to show you my preferred method of brewing coffee, since a good cup of coffee is our base ingredient. Using my Krups grinder, we add in the coffee beans to produce a coarse grind. Now that our coffee grounds are ready, we'll be using a Chemex to make our coffee. The process of using a Chemex is called the infusion method. It's similar to drip coffee, but the result is a slower brew and rich taste, which is why I love it so much. You start by adding your filter and pouring hot water to warm up your Chemex and remove the smell of paper from the filter. You discard your water afterwards. We then add our coffee grounds and do our first pour, which is simply coating all the grounds with hot water and letting it bloom for 30 seconds. Blooming removes the carbon dioxide and enhances the flavor of your coffee. We now do our second pour by pouring our hot water in a circular motion till we reach below the brim. Let the coffee infuse and drip, and voila, a perfect cup of coffee. Now that we have our coffee base, we can now move on to our first recipe, pumpkin spice latte. The ingredients we will be needing are pumpkin or squash puree, 1 cup of milk, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger powder, coffee, and your sweetener of choice. I'm using stevia. For the pumpkin or squash puree, we'll be using around a quarter of a squash in my case. Chop them into diced pieces so it will be easy for us to mash later. Once you're done chopping them, boil up some water and pour over your diced pumpkin or squash. Let it cook until it reaches a soft consistency. Once it's cooked, drain it and pour it back on the strainer and then on your bowl to begin mashing it as finely as possible. Now we can make the pumpkin spice latte. You start by heating up your milk in a low to medium heat. Then, you add 2 tablespoons of your pumpkin puree and mix it well together. You then add a dash of cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger powder. Pour in your coffee and your sweetener after and mix them all together. Set the pumpkin spice latte aside so we can make our whipped cream topping. You will be needing a cup of whipping cream, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and lastly, your sweetener of choice. Combine all your ingredients in a bowl and prepare your hand mixer. You can also use a whisk if a hand mixer is unavailable. Keep mixing all your ingredients until it reaches stiff peaks or your standard whipped cream consistency. Now that your whipped cream is ready, you can place it in a piping bag to give your cup more of a decked out feel. This is optional as you can just scoop out the cream with a spoon. I wanted my cup to be extra fancy, thus the piping bag. I got this in SM Supermarket for only 80 pesos. Now that your piping bag is set, it's time to assemble our pumpkin spice latte. Pour over the mixture into a cup and begin piping out the whipped cream. Finish it off with a sprinkle of cinnamon to complete your pumpkin spice latte. And now you have a cup of pumpkin spice latte in the middle of summer. No need to wait for October or spending hundreds of pesos for it in Starbucks. For our next recipe, we're making a cup of cafe mocha. We start by making our chocolate sauce. All you need is a pack of chocolates of choice. I'm using Hershey's sugar-free chocolate chips. To melt our chocolate into a sauce, boil a cup of water in a pan. Once it reaches a boil, you can place a heat-resistant bowl on top. Pour in your chocolate and mix it until it melts into a sauce. Now that we have our sauce ready, we can start making our cafe mocha. Pour a cup of coffee into a mug and take a tablespoon or 2 of chocolate sauce in the coffee. Mix it until it's incorporated together. Using the whipped cream we made earlier, add it on top of our cafe mocha mixture. Then, to give it a more of a cafe feel, dress it with our remaining chocolate sauce. You can also make a cold version of this drink by simply adding ice. And now, you have a cup of rich cafe mocha. For our next recipe, I'll be teaching you how to make an iced cold brew. To make our cold brew concentrate, take a large jar and add a cup of ground coffee. You then add in 4 cups of water, mix it together, and seal it and refrigerate it for 24 hours. Now that our concentrate has set in, it's time to filter the liquid. I'm using a coffee filter for this. The cold brew we made is a concentrate, so this is good for multiple cups in a week. Now that our liquid has been filtered out, we can make a glass of cold brew. Add in ice and a shot or two of the concentrate depending on how strong you want it, and finish it off with water. Now you have an ice-cold glass of cold brew. To customize our cold brew, we begin with our sweet vanilla cream recipe. All you need is a can of condensed milk, 3/4 cup of whole milk, and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix it all together until all the ingredients have incorporated with each other. Top it up on your cold brew, and now you have a glass of vanilla sweet cream cold brew. For our next topping, we're making homemade caramel sauce. The ingredients we will be needing is 1 cup of sugar, a cup of milk, 1/4 cup of water, the juice of 1 lemon wedge, and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. In a low heat pan, add your sugar and your water. Make sure you don't stir them together. Just swivel it until all the sugar is coated with water. Let it sit until it becomes amber in color and bitter in smell. Also add in your lemon juice to keep your caramel from burning. You then add your milk and stir it in the caramel mixture. Lastly, add your vanilla extract and let it cool. Now you have your decadent caramel sauce. For our next recipe, we're making a salted cream caramel cold brew. To make our salted cream, we simply add a dash of salt to our whipped cream and mix it in together as so. Now make your cold brew base with ice, cold brew concentrate, and water. You then add your caramel sauce according to taste. Top it off with the salted cream and drizzle it with your caramel sauce as a final touch. You now have a glass of your salted cream caramel cold brew. For our final recipe, we're making a caramel macchiato. This recipe is very simple. All you need is ice, a cup of milk, and then you add your coffee. Then you top it up with your caramel sauce. Make sure you pour it in crisscross motion, just like Starbucks. Now you have your caramel macchiato. I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up if you did and comment down below. Thank you and see you on the next vlog. Bye!